Okay, hi everyone. So it's like nearly 6 o'clock, so I have to do this fast before the sun goes down, which is really weird because I feel like I'm like a werewolf or something. Anyway, um, I just got a request about, doing brushes and like a tutorial on like how to use certain brushes, and so I was gonna do like a whole brush tutorial on all the brushes I got from Magical Tannsu, but I found that you probably know what an eyeshadow brush does, so I picked like the top brushes I use every day and that you might not know or you might know and whatever. So I'm going to start with, of course, my favorite, the Stippling Brush, and you can use this for foundation and blush. As for foundation, all you got to do is you take your liquid foundation, you dab it here, and then you take your brush and you just stipple it on, and you stipple it on your face. And once you stipple it all over your face, it does take a long time, and if you're not patient, then you can just stipple and swirl because it just gives you even more sheer coverage. And so you just take this and then you just stipple it on, and then you just lightly swirl it in. Don't brush it in, that's not what it's for. You just lightly, you see those white hairs at the top, they're really loose, and you just stipple it on, and you just stipple it on your face, and then you just swirl it in. That's what I do. I swirl because I usually don't have time to just do all of it. Stipple my whole face and then start swirling because it just takes too long, so I just stipple and swirl. The second one is probably I will introduce to you is, this is called the angled, as you can see it's angled, blush brush, but I use this for contouring. And you just take a bronzing powder or a powder that's darker than your skin tone, and you do a B. So you start from here, from the middle of your eyebrow, you go down here, and then you just contour your face, your cheekbone, under your cheekbone, and then under your jaw. And this gives you a more definite edge to your face, and it makes it more sculpted, and it makes it look slimmer because you're contouring this side. This is probably the most important side you gotta contour. Make sure this, you'll see it after when you've done contouring, and it looks really good. And so I definitely would not use this for a blush. I would use this for contouring, especially a bronzer. And I'm excited to get my Everyday Minerals bronzing powder on Tuesday, so good for that. This is the third one. This is called this is a paddle, not a paddle brush, but a powder brush from that 21-piece set from Magical Tannsu, and I just use this for blush. I wouldn't use that one for blush. I would use this for blush, and you just start here and then go up towards this way, and that's how you would use it. And I think this is a perfect size. It's not too big, it's not too small, and it really covers my cheekbones, so that's why I use it for blush. This is the fourth one. This is a very small powder, the smallest powder brush in that set, and I use this for all the highlighting I do, including like MAC MSF. And I just take this and take your MAC MSF and just go under your eyes, like here, here, and then here. And then if you have oily skin, don't go down on your nose, but if you don't have oily skin, then it's okay. And then you just do it where your bronzer was, here and here. So this is really good for highlighting because it's small, and you need a more exact application of your MSFs. You probably don't want to do it all over your face. Another one is probably the fan brush you're probably unfamiliar with. This, of course, is just to dust all that excess powder off your face. So when you're totally done putting your finishing powder on, which I have from Everyday Minerals, it's a soft kaolin powder, but when you're finished dusting all your powder, you're set. You take this and then you just dust it all over your face to just sweep all that excess powder that you have on your face off. So this is basically the last step you do. This is the largest powder brush from that 21-piece Magical Tannsu haul, and this is what I use to put my Everyday Minerals finishing dust on. When I'm totally done with my makeup, I just take some and then just dust it all over my face, and it just gives me a soft glow, and it really finishes my face for the day. And of course I would use a fan brush right after. The last face brush I'm going to talk about is the buffer brush, and this is an extremely important brush for me because I use it for so many things. For example, my Everyday Minerals base, and I just use this, swirl it in, tap it out, and then buff my foundation in. and it's really good because it really gives you an even finish. And also you would use a flat top buffer brush just to blend your contour and your blush together, blend it up. And so it just gives me a more even blend of my contour powder and my blush. So I really love this brush. Personally, this review of the Magical Tannsu Buffer Brush, it's a bit spiky for me, so I'm really looking forward to getting the Everyday Minerals Flat Top Kabuki Flat Top Buffer Brush or something from Everyday Minerals. So I'm sure you're familiar with that. My battery's really low, so if I stop and it forgive me. The second, I don't know how many brushes I've already reviewed, but this is the Magical Tannsu blending brush, and it's really good because once you've applied your, for example, your eyeshadow, and you have a really definite edge to the colors, you just take this and just swirl it on top of your eye. So it really evens everything out, and it really blends everything together, so you look more finished. It's a more finished eye look than if you didn't use this blending brush, so good on that. The two eyebrow brushes, I mean, do I have to? Yeah. These two are eyebrow brushes. I know a lot of people use this for eyeliner, but it is usually a eyebrow brush, and you just take some darker color that matches your eyebrows, and you just sweep it along here and down, and it really defines your eyebrows. And then you just use this to just blend everything together and sweep it across and comb your eyebrows. So that's what it's for. This is called a spoolie, by the way. And then this is probably my favorite eyeshadow brush out of that whole set because it can do so many things. This is, of course, a crease brush, but I use it because it packs on so much color, and so I just did an all over thing, and then I just do the corners, and then I use the blending brush to just blend it all together. So this is a crease brush. Usually you just do this, you tap it on, take a darker color, you tap it on the edge, and then you just blend it forward, and then you just use that that blending brush, also MAC 217 or something, just to blend everything together. This is, of course, my concealer brush, and I use this every day, of course. And it's just small, it's very compact, so you can really put it anywhere you want to. And so that is my brush how-to and the different brushes I use every day and that I love. And so I hope you find that useful. Bye!